In back segment tonight, it's clear from the Trump administration that the southern border and immigration will be one of the first things the new president addresses.
I think it should be no surprise to anybody that immigration, job creation, manufacturing, tax reform are all at the top of that list. And so it's just frankly a question of sequencing.
A word is executive orders on the border and immigration may be issued in the next few days. Joining us now from Washington, the president of the National Border Patrol Council, Brandon Judd. So you represent more than 1,600 Border Patrol agents. What changes are you guys expecting on the southern border?
Well, the first off, I want you to understand that there's a buzz that we've never seen before in the Border Patrol, and of those agents, we feel we now have a president that we can trust and that has the political will to finally secure the border, and we expect to see an awful lot of policies that have undermined border security change in the near future.
Well, get specific for me.
Okay, so what we have right now that has drawn vast numbers of people from other countries to come to the United States is what we call the catch and release program. The vast majority of all those individuals that cross the border illegally that we arrest, we just turn around and release. In other words, we walk them right out our door, give them, in some cases, give them a bus ticket to Atlanta, Boston, New York, and there's no consequences. In essence, what we're doing is we're rewarding them for breaking our law.
How did that ever happen, though? How did that catch and release happen?
That was an Obama policy. That was the administration's policy. They forced us to, in essence, stop enforcing the laws. And of course, when we stop enforcing the laws, that word spreads. And most people think that this is just Mexico. These are just people from Mexico that we're arresting. And that's as far from the truth as there is. We arrest people from the Middle East. We arrest people from South America. We arrest people from countries in the Ukraine. And so what the message that we have sent is that if you come here and you break our laws, we're going to let you go and you're going to be able to stay in the United States.
So let me get this straight, though. If you are a migrant and you come across the border and your guys catch them, if you say to the Border Patrol, I need asylum, I'm here for political, those are the magic words, right?
Those are the magic words, yes.
Okay. So I'm here to apply for asylum. Then you take them to a place, you process them, and then you are mandated to let them go under President Obama's policies? You have to let them go?
Yes, we do have to let them go, and oftentimes we walk them right out our front door, sometimes to a church, sometimes to a bus station, but we walk them right out our front door.
And so then they're in the wind then. Now they but you tell them they have to come back for a hearing, right?
We tell them that in the future we will send them a letter that will give them a hearing date, but unfortunately the vast majority of these individuals never show up for their
give you addresses?
They have to give us addresses.
They have to give you an address. So everybody knows this, right? Coming in from Mexico, all the coyotes, those are the people smugglers, they tell them, look, if you get in there and you're caught by the Border Patrol, you tell them you want asylum, you give them an address where your uncle lives or something, and bang, you're in. You know, I don't think Americans understood how bad or how lenient, maybe that's a better word, that policy was. So you expect Trump to stop that cold?
Yes, I do. President Trump's meteoric rise was based upon his border security stance. He spoke to the American people. He spoke to an ignored segment of the American public, and that public responded on November 8th.
Yes, so you expect him to stop, catch, and release cold. What about the border wall?
So the border wall is something that is extremely important. We're not talking about a border wall from California down to Texas. We're talking about a border wall in strategic locations, which will then allow us to dictate where illegal immigration takes place or illegal contraband. Because again, we don't just arrest illegal aliens. We seize vast amounts of drugs that come across the border, and we want to dictate where they cross. And with border walls, we're able to dictate where they cross, and it allows us to be as successful as possible.
All right, so you're going to funnel, do you know, does the Border Patrol have a chart that says, look, this is where we need the big wall? Do you have that already drawn up?
They're working on that as we speak. It hasn't been finalized, but that is being worked on.
All right, and do you believe President Trump will build that?
I do believe that yes, he is going to build the wall, and I do believe that the walls in strategic locations will allow us to be successful, and I believe that under this administration, I believe that we will secure the border.
All right. Well, we shall see, Mr. Judd, and we appreciate you appearing with us tonight.